Alright guys, welcome to this tutorial. In this video we are going to learn basic edits. So before I start, do me a favor by subscribing to this channel, like, share, and also turn on the bell notification button so that I don't miss any of our future upload. So we'll start by adjusting this image. I'll come to layer. Here you see this icon which shows the layer is on smart object. So just double click on that particular thumbnail and we are inside of camera raw. So this image is still on raw format. Now we need to do the basic adjustments before converting to JPEG. Now what I want to do here is just reduce the whites, that's all. So I'll come to light. Now if you're using the older version of camera raw, this might not be light on your own camera. You might see something like basic, yes, so but they are still the same. So I'll just take down the white, take down the highlights like this, and just add a little bit of the haze just like this. Now let's see the difference. This is before and after, so you can see how this little adjustment affects the image. So I'll click OK. Now the layer, we have two layers here, they are still on smart object, meaning we can double click on it and go back to change the properties of that camera raw filter that we just did. So but we don't want that. I want to rasterize this layer so that we can continue to work. Now just right click and go to rasterize layer. Yeah, so now want to take out the blemishes on the skin, the face, or any skin imperfection, anything that is distracting the image. So now just select the patch tool on it. We have different tools here. We have spot healing, remove tool. You can use any of this. Let's try the remove tool. So I'll click on remove tool. Now just zoom in. Use a square bracket key to reduce, the left bracket key. So this is the remove tool. You can see before and after. So it depends on what works for you. So we can either use any of these two, but let's use patch tool. So I'll select like this and replace, like this and replace. So this process is very important because if you don't take your time to take out the blemishes, you're not going to get a good result, a good skin result at the end. I'm done removing the blemishes. This is the before and this is after. This is before and this is after, so you can see what we have done before and after. I hope you can see the difference. So you take your time to remove these blemishes. There are other faster ways to do this. There are different AI actions that you can use for this particular process if you want to speed up your workflow, but we are just going to do this manually. So the next step after removing the blemishes is to start working on the skin, which is a frequency separation. Now we are going to create a frequency separation for 16 bits. You can see this image is 16 bits. So to create that frequency separation, I'm going to duplicate this layer by clicking on Ctrl, J and select this layer. I'll rename this to low FX and this one high FX. Then I'll come to new layer here, this empty layer, rename this to color. Yes. So I'm going to turn off high frequency color, select the low frequency. Now we apply the blur. So go to filter, go to blur, select Gaussian blur. Now for this particular image, I'm going to use blur radius of 3 and click OK. So I'll turn on the color, turn on the high FX, we'll go to image, go to apply image, then go to layer, come to where you have layer here, select, open it, and you select low FX, which is a low frequency layer here. Then come to blending, change this to add, change it to add, click on invert and scale should be 2, just like this. Now you should have something like this. After dialing in these settings, you should have something like this. So you click OK. If your own is not like this, just know that you have missed a step. So you go back and follow the process. So you click OK. From here, change the blend mode from normal to linear light. So you have the image back just like this. So I'll select the high FX, hold shift and click on the low FX to select all the layers together, and click on Control Command G to group. Then I'm going to turn off the high frequency, select the layer, and I'll select the mixer brush too. Now these are my settings. You can see, make sure sample all layers checked. Then I'll start brushing. So while you're brushing, make sure you're not brushing too hard on a particular spot. So sometimes you zoom in and you zoom out, so you don't stay on a particular place for too long. I'll just brush. Now to see the areas that you have brushed, what you need to do is come to color, click on Alt or Option key, and you click on this icon here, just like this. So you have brushed on only this area. So you click on it again and you continue. And another thing you need to take note of while brushing, you can see this area is light, this area is bright, this area is dark. Don't brush this area to this area. Don't brush the highlights to the midtones or to the shadows. You brush them separately. So if you're a beginner, this is one of the steps you need to take your time to really work and improve on. Because if you don't do this properly, your image might not look original. It might change some areas of the face. So you take your time to brush properly. Let's see where we have brushed. So you click on Alt or Option and you click. So we have worked on these areas. So let's continue. So with the frequency separation, you can also use it to straighten a rumpled clothes, like to iron a cloth. If it's not straight, you can use it to straighten a cloth. So also brush on the lips, very important, but you don't brush too much, just brush a little. So it's as if I'm not really brushing, I'm just dabbing on that particular area. You can see, so I'm not really brushing the way I brush on other part of the skin. So just dab like this, not too much. I say. So you brush on the nose too. And your hand, while you are doing this frequency separation, while you are brushing on the skin, your hand should be on the square bracket key. The two square brackets, your hand should be close to that key. Or you can change your shortcut settings to any key that you can easily place your hand on. So anyone that works for you, but your hand should be close to that key so that you can easily reduce on it or increase the brush like this. You can easily reduce or increase the brush like this. So make sure your hand is close. So I'm done with the skin brushing. So let's see what we have done. You can see the areas that I've brushed. So I'll turn on the high FX. So zoom in and let's see before and after. So this is and after. Before and after. I can see how good the skin is looking. Very nice. Let's see before and after. So this is nice. And we are supposed to crop this image before we start editing, but let's just crop now. So click on shortcut C for crop to, and we'll change this to 4 by 5. Yes, so we use 4 by 5, and I'll just crop like this. Yes. Now to fix this area, you can see the backdrop is not covering the top of the frame, so just select the quick selection. I can't make a selection because this particular layer is grouped, so I have to create a visible stamp layer before I can make a selection. Or you have to select the low frequency, then make a selection. But let's create a visible stamp layer by clicking on Ctrl Shift Option or Alt E, just like that. And then I'll make a selection like this. So after making the selection, right click and we'll feather, give it a feather of 3, S for clone stamp as a shortcut. Then I'll increase the brush size, then Alt to sample and brush like this. I'll just brush, I'll sample from here too, brush. Just like that. Ctrl D to deselect. Yes. So we are done with frequency separation. Now let's apply color to the image. So the first thing I'll do here is to reduce some yellows on the face. So we'll go to adjustment layer, click on hue, saturation. Now we have this hue. I'll select. Now for older versions, this might not look the same way like this, but they are still the same. They work the same way. So I'll select the yellow, this yellow cycle here, which is the yellow color. So I'll click on it and then reduce the saturation of the yellow. You can see before and after, before and after. So I'll go to adjustment layer again, click on gradient map, select the thumbnail of the gradient map, turn off the visibility, then open the gradient. Now I'm going to click on this, open the color, and pick a color from the face. So pick a color here, come to this other node, pick a color, click OK, turn the layer back on, and change the blend mode to soft light. Now you can see we have applied color on this image, but it's affecting the entire image. So we want to limit the color. We want to apply it on only the skin. We don't want it on the entire image. But first, let's reduce the color that we just applied using the gradient map. So open up the gradient, go to color, go to S for saturation. Now reduce the saturation just like this. Come to the other color, reduce the saturation to just like this, and even the brightness just like this. Click OK, click OK. Click on the layer mask, click on Control Command I, B for brush. Make sure the foreground color is white, and you brush like this. So after applying the color, after brushing the color on the skin, you have to check if it's too much. Now, if the color is too much, make sure the layer is selected, go to opacity and take down the opacity. Just like this, before and after. Now, I'll create another visible stamp layer, Control Shift Alt E, just like this. Now go to filter and camera raw filter. Now inside of camera raw, we are going to do a very simple color grade. We are not doing too much because it's a basic edit. So go to effect, I'll add the haze again, then I'll close this. Let me close this, then go to curve. I'll go to the red channel, then I'll just create a curve like this, then right click, copy channel setting, go to green, paste, go to blue, paste. Let's zoom in and see. This is before and after. You can see. I'll close the curve, go to color mixer. Go to color mixer, saturation. I don't like yellow on this particular image, so I'll take down the yellows. Go to luminance, let's reduce the orange like this. We'll go to saturation, increase the orange, increase the red a little bit. Now close this, go to calibration. I'll just increase the saturation of the blue primary. You can see the effect. So we are not pushing it too much, just to +7. +7 is okay. I'll close this too. Go to effect, let's add vignette just like this. And another important slide here is the texture. So let's add texture to this image so you can see the effect of this texture. You can see. So add texture and go to light. Let's add contrast. So this is before and after, before and after. So click OK. I'll come to adjustment layer, go to selective color. On selective color, I'll come to neutral and I'll add just a little bit of blue to the neutral. That is like the overall color of the image. So we are adding a blue color, just so you can see. So just add a little bit of blue, just a little. Now change the colors from neutral to black. I still want to add blue because I want the image to have this kind of blue color to the little bit to the shadow and the neutral, just like this. Then I'll add blacks like this. So I'll close this. So this is before and after, before and after. So zoom in. Let's add one to the image. So go to curve, take down the curve like this. Change the blend mode from normal to luminosity. Then select the layer mask. Click on Ctrl Command I to inverse. Make sure the foreground color is white so that we can review whatever we have inside the layer mask. So I'll just brush like this. So this is too much. I'll reduce the opacity, reduce the flow. So I'll paint and I'll paint gently like this. So click on the layer mask, open up the property and increase the feather. So let's see, increase the feather. This is too much. Reduce the feather. Yes, this is better. So this is before and after. So I'm just going to take down the opacity because I feel like it's too much. The burn is too much on the skin. So this is better. So we'll do is just whiten the eye. So go to adjustment layer, select your saturation, click on this hand and I'll pick a color. Just sample a color on the eye like this. So I'll sample and I'll drag to the left. You can see if you drag to the right, you're adding saturation. So you take it to the left and I'll add lightness like this. So I'll collapse this, go to curves and I'll click on default and I'll select lighter RGB. This. So I'm going to select the first layer, select the hue or saturation and click on Ctrl Command G to group, and then I'll hold Alt and click on the layer mask. B for brush, foreground color as white. I'll increase the opacity and flow. I'll just brush. Also, I'll brush on this area too to make the eyes pop. Then anytime you brush or you apply an adjustment layer, check if it's too much. If it's too much, you take down the opacity. So it shouldn't be too much. We want the image to look very natural. So this is before and after. So this is how you can do a very simple basic edit. Let me know if you enjoy watching this video. Make sure you drop a comment. Make sure you subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.